Hey guys, today what I'm going to be doing is walking you through a series of steps to help you better understand how to submit a custom design so we can make you a transfer. The first thing that we're going to do is simply upload artwork. I know a lot of you have your own artwork, and that is really what you're trying to do for your customers. You're trying to get them like business prints, like maybe they have a lawn mowing company or a builder. There's just lots of things out there, sports teams in your area that you were trying to get custom designs made. Either you made them or you had someone else make them, or sometimes I make them. It just depends, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is show you how to upload a design using our designer tool. It does have a few quirks to it, but I think once you kind of see what I have to say, it's going to help a lot. Always, first things first, make sure you have proper artwork. Proper artwork should be in a clear background, all right, which would mean it looks like a checkerboard. If it has a clear backboard, then it probably needs to be saved in PNG. PNG file will allow you to send it in without a background. This is not something you can go take a screenshot off of, Google and send it in and get a transfer. It doesn't work like that. You have to put in some work, okay? So for the PNG file, we would appreciate that it was at least 300 DPI. If not, you're going to get an error on our system, and that's because when we print it, it's going to be pixelated, and you're not going to like it. All right, we could probably go down to around 295, but anything lower than that is going to look really bad. It's, customers aren't going to want it. You're not going to be happy with us, and on our end, there's nothing that we can really do to fix it. When you're making artwork, the key is to make it big, okay? Make a 15 by 15 in your design space. And then when you go to ours, you can always go down, but you can't go back up, because once you have a design, say you have a 1 by 1 trying to make it a 12 by 12, it's going to be highly pixelated and look really bad. So start at 15 by 15, make your design, and then submit it in, and then you can shrink it. Also cropping, and I'm going to show you how to do this and why it's important. So let me get started here. Sorry guys, I haven't done this in a while. You want to screen share? All right, so let's go out here to beginning. So you want to go to our website. We're all decorated for Halloween up here. If you look at it, you go right here, it says custom dream prints. All right, once you're here, it's going to give you a few options. Most people like a clean slate, so they're going to go with a 12 by 12 or 22 by 12. If you aren't sure how to mock, but you want to make a design and show somebody what it will look like on a shirt, I have these shirt options that you can use, okay? So those options are so you can share with your customers what they'll look like on a shirt, or maybe it's easier for you just to make an adjustment on a shirt. So, if you're newer and you want to see what it would look like on a shirt, that's a good place to go. And again, that's free to make a mock. I'm not charging you for that. That's just part of the website and what we allow you to do. All right, so the other two options are 22 by 12 and 12 by 12. They say gang okay. What does that mean? That means that you can add as many designs on that as you want. But keep in mind, a 12 by 12 is your typical adult size, right under that. You also probably could get 2 kids prints on that, okay? The 22 by 12 is more your longer sheet where you can get a lot of designs. Maybe you're doing koozies. Maybe you have a wedding party you're doing koozies for. You can get a ton of them on there. So those are options for multiples. We're just going to pick the 22. Let's just go to 12 by 12 right now. Once you get there, it looks like this. It gives you a breakdown if you buy in bulk. You push customize it. Sometimes it does take a minute to load. And when you get there, it shows up in a white box like this. You have some options, and we'll talk about how to make your own files later on and design space. but we're focusing on upload today. So let me go find my item I want to upload. It is kind of cool that it does save for you guys. And this is just one that I made quickly today. It should say sample 4. Sample 2, here we go. So this is just something I had. Now, if you look at this one right here, do you guys see all of this space right here? You don't want that when you transfer it in. You want to take this and you want to crop it, get square, as close to the design as you can. You do not want all of this empty space. That empty space is going to make it difficult later on to see what your transfer, it'll actually look like it's out of bounds. So you don't want that. If you get an error that says it's out, it's because you had all that empty space sitting there. So crop it as close as you can. And you can do this before you put it in here, but the tool does let you make that correction as well. So then I push continue. When I am in here now, this is coming in at a 6 by 7.74, okay? I'm going to make it as big as I can. See, I made it on a big thing. So I made it big enough for the actual size I need it to be. If I'm going to go over, see how it says it's over and it's got this little arrow? That means the design is actually too small to be that big. So your best option is to bump it down. If that doesn't work for you, then you got to go back and redesign it. Okay, there's nothing else that we can do to help you with that. That means the image you chose started out too small. And it does happen. That's why I said it's important when you're designing, you have a big slate, like a 15 by 15. I've even had people send me stuff that was a 54 by 54. But that's okay because we can go down, we can't go up. Okay. So if you could see this, mine actually fits on here and it's ready to go. Now, if I wanted to make it bigger besides the quantity, it's also going to tell me that I got some out of bounds. Okay. But because I cleaned all of that up, it's not much of a problem. So look, if I go to add to cart, this is all good to go, guys. It's going to send everything I need, put the quantity down and send it to me. It's going to send it, you purchase it, it comes right to us. Let's go back to this file. Let's say I'm going to upload the same one again, okay? And I want to show you what it looks like if I don't crop it and I continue with the path that I was on. Let me get rid of this one. So see how this white space is? No matter what I do with it, it's going to look like it's out of bounds. All right. So it's going to let me do it because it picked it up, but a lot of times it can't. Like maybe it's too close over here or too close over here. But the biggest thing is make sure you're cropping your image. See, this is showing that it's a 12 by 19, but the design is not, because the design has all of that white space to it. And I could probably go back in here and edit it. See how that worked? I can go back, always go back and edit my design. So you just hit change, go to this one is where it was, and then I can edit it right here. And then it lets me. All right, one thing I do want to hit on, and this is important. If you honestly can't, if you're having issues and you can't get it, here's what I would like you to do. I'd like you to put your design on here. I'd like you to go hit add to cart and then get a quote. Actually, yeah. Here, you can tell me what's going on and it sends me an email and then I can go back and see if I can fix it or tell you what to do. All right. So again, all you're going to do is hit add to cart, get a quote. But I'm telling you, if there's those two errors, there's really nothing on my end I can do. It's going to be on your end. You either need to crop it or you need to have a better image quality. All right. And that's how you upload files. I mean, it's that easy. Remember, if you upload an SVG, you can also change. One last thing, if you're loading something like you see this one and you don't know what that looks like in a background, you can go up here and push edit color and you can change it. See that? Now, just because you give it a color background, it has not come through to me on that. So only thing I get is your design. So don't be afraid to see what it looks like on other colors to make sure it's exactly what you want, because none of that comes through to me. I hope I was able to help with the upload portion. If you guys have questions, reach out to me, let me know. Like I said, you can also ask for a quote and I can get back with you and I can actually see your work, which makes it a little easier for me. But that's all I have for today. Thanks, guys.